open debate. It's me, Yasir Ali Rahmo, and supposing the artificial resources. So my friend Bertik, they are saying that natural resources is more than artificial resources. So I'm telling you about the artificial resources that you are fully with the artificial resources. Means on that time we are stand on that place that also called artificial resources. That video with record by phone, it's also made by artificial person. Means artificial definition is that the group of people that make anything that give the benefit to the people, it's called artificial resources. So there is a uh, there is a all the world they are full of the artificial. So all the automobiles they are made by artificial by artificial resources. So I will give the example that any person they have occur accident on that time we use the artificial things also in their on that time we call the ambulance or any person that you can take that person, and also we use the artificial thing in our daily life, like we are eating eating the how many things they are made by artificial thing. Also we are using the gas which give the eatable things also made by our mother in the in a kitchen. So that's also artificial things. Also that building we are stand there on that time we are relaxed, that that need by artificial resources that made by a group of people which give the benefit to the person. So we have go to the Karachi by no any difficulty by the artificial resources, like we use the car, we use the road which made by a group of people which gave the benefit to the people. So there is a I am to we I am telling you to that artificial is a more than natural resources. On that time you are attacking a natural resources, no, you are using our hands, you are using you use the mobile, you use the clothes that made by a artificial by a person which give the benefit to the people. So also so our food, dresses, medicine which give the benefit. Also in Pakistan there is a thousand of the factories which made by any particular person which give the benefit to the person. So it's important of artificial things. So my friend they are a fool, they don't know what's so he support the natural resource.
So it's Pratik Meshwariya, and I'm standing in open debate, and I'm supporting that natural resources is more than artificial resources. Yes, it's a truth, bitter truth, that natural resources are using are benefit has more benefits than artificial resources. Like my friend has given the example of mobile phone. Yes, it's an artificial, but the person who is recording that by hands, and hands is not artificial, it's a natural, and it is given by our God Almighty. And you are wearing these clothes, these are made by cotton, not these artificial things, and cotton is natural thing, and you are wearing up to bottom, you are natural, and you are supporting artificial beauty. How? And there is you are wearing sandal. The definition of natural resources is the thing in which there is no exist of humankind. There are so many things. There are two types of natural resources: biotic and abiotic. Biotic means living means come from resources are those that come from non-abiotics, means non-organic material. Organic material. Abiotic means example are include land and fresh water. These are made by non-living things, means which we cannot see, and this made by our Almighty God, not by humankind. This is a human resources. And air, we are now we are in a ground. The air is fresh air is coming there. Cameraman, please move towards tree and see. This tree is natural. We are getting air. We are getting oxygen. If the trees are not, if air is not, then we will not survive at that time. At that place. And now if trees doesn't have, then we will not be in that place. We all will died. And number second is natural resources are resources that exist out of hands humankind. This includes characteristics. So
Thank you.
Here the question round. So the first question, that which natural thing resources produce without group of any people, without things of natural, which without artificial things. So give the, and first question is that, and second is that how many times you use the mobile, means mobile phone which made by a artificial person, AC in our room, and bike in our one day. And the third question is that who made the roads, buildings, and satellite? Who made the satellite and aeroplane, cars, and machineries? That's three questions.
Good question.
Oh, it's my turn to answer my friend's question, Yasis. So they have asked the first question that name anything in which there is no humankind. And that thing is, I have three things to tell you. Petrol, there is no hand in of humankind in petrol. There is no hand of humankind in milk. There is no hand of behind the food. We are eating vegetables and fruits. And number second, you have asked that how many time I use mobile, how time I sit in air conditioned, and how many time I use bike. So the question answer is that I have mobile that time I am using now, but the hands is mine and it is made from natural air condition. It is made, yes, it is artificial, but the things in which is used to make AC, and that is metal, and something this metal is also artificial, not artificial. It is a natural resource. So how can you say that its air condition is artificial? And number three is buildings. Buildings, satellites, who made? Yes, people made. But the buildings people made. But the material which is used to make buildings is that bricks. Bricks are bricks, cement, and some metal. So metal is a natural resources. Metal is natural resources, and in satellite in satellites there is a use of metal. Metal, I am saying, I have been said you that I have that metal is a natural resources. So the thing of which you have told, there is.
Thank you.
So it's my turn to ask question from my friend. So question number one is that how many times you eat food, and which food you eat? Artificial food means gummy food which is made by human. And question number second is that you are wearing clothes. This from which thing this is made? And question and why? Because and question so thank you.
So, how many questions you asked?
Two.
There is a turn to answer the question of Mr. Bistek. So I am telling you first that you are repeating that we use the hands for the using a mobile, for using a made AC. You are repeating that thing. So I will give the answer. How time you eat a food, means which made by which is natural. So there is also the potato which is natural. I am telling you that is not a natural, but it's a natural. But we give the water by the person, by the some thing which water come from any barrage, any pressure which give the water to the any farm. So also I am eating the natural food. It's also made by anything which is made by artificial, which give the benefit. Also we made the meal which on that time we using a gas. Also we using the plate and a spoon. Also that thing we are using, it's also artificial. So why you are supporting the natural things? You are giving also telling the petrol. There are petrol which give you in a petrol pump. They using a computer. Price that is made by artificial. There is a second question, clothes. I'm wearing a cloth like on that time I am wearing a watch. I am wearing a cloth which made by a person. Which the trailer which made the clothes, it's also artificial. It's a natural. The machine of the trailer, it's made by any artificial, any group of person which made the artificial thing, will give the benefit to others. Also, that watch and saddle that made by artificial things. That cloth comes from the Karachi. I think, suppose there come from the Karachi to any bike, from the truck, any car. So
Thank
there is
you.
important of the things.